Rens Koos graduated at St. Lucas University College of Arts and Design in Antwerp in 2013, but already has a slew of solo expositions to his name. His bio states that his work deals with the position of the artist and how certain aspects of the everyday are recuperated in art practice. In the context of these lectures and these 2 days, I would dare say that they are not recuperated but integrated. Please welcome Rens Koos.
While getting involved in art more and more, I started questioning myself what I was doing. I questioned myself, what is it really I'm working with? And back then I was still in school, and in sculpting class, I started questioning myself, what is a sculpture? And to find an answer to that question, I narrowed everything down to an absolute minimum in order to understand it. So at a certain point, I thought I could understand sculpture. Then I did the same for painting, exhibition spaces, curators, artists. And at the end, in order to understand it, because otherwise I couldn't start making art, I narrowed everything down to an absolute minimum. But in the end, there was nothing left. And this kept me with an impossibility to create. And this lasted for a few weeks, I think, maybe months, because I was still in school, and so there needed something to happen. And that's when I made this piece. It's a video of 8 hours, and I went to sit in my couch at 9 in the morning, and I didn't get out until 5 in the evening. So from 9 till 5, I just waited. And it's no coincidence, 9 till 5, it's just a regular work day. But then yet the artist can sit in his couch the entire day. But he's allowed to because he's creating an artwork, But also, I was waiting for something to happen, because there never really happened something in my life before that I could make art about. So my art was just about art, because there never dropped a bomb on my head, and I couldn't start painting or drawing that bomb because it never happened. So that's why I made that piece. As you can see, doing nothing for 8 hours straight, waiting for something to happen. The video isn't 8 hours long, but it's 8 hours and 7 seconds. And the 7 seconds are the time needed to go to the camera to put it on and put it back off. Because I couldn't create anything, I started to work with other people's artworks. And that's when Gallery, that's when I started with that project. You just should go to the website, because there's not enough time to tell about it now. Next. First, I'll just show it to you. As you could see, that was it's a piece I did a few months ago. I got to know Olivier Foulon when I was working on a project in Maastricht. He was there also, and I thought it was kind of a funny bloke, but he's not that famous or anything. But I wanted to make an ode to him because I thought it would be kind of funny to make an ode to someone that isn't that famous. Because I also tried to contact him afterwards and he never responded. So this is something I will be showing everywhere I will be until he responds. So if someone of you knows him, please do let him know that someone is searching for him. The video you can see is just a clip from YouTube I took. It's from a football club, and they're shouting about something else. But when you put the subtitle underneath it, of course, you're going to hear what you read. That's this. Just 35 seconds, but then it loops until infinity.
Stunningly rendered for the screen. A monumental film. It may run for 40 years. The greatest story ever told. Could be the most majestic production the screen will ever have. One of the greatest motion pictures yet made. Victorially magnificent. A classic, timeless picture. Stunningly rendered for the screen. A monumental film. It may run for 40 years. The greatest story ever told. Could be the most majestic production the screen will ever have. One of the greatest motion pictures yet made. Victorially magnificent. A classic, timeless picture. Stunningly rendered for the screen. A monumental film. It may run for 40 years. The greatest story ever told. Could be the most majestic production the screen will ever have. One of the greatest motion pictures yet made. Victorially magnificent. A classic, timeless picture.
I think
Stunningly rendered for the screen.
I think you kind of understand what's going on.
A monumental film.
It's the same technique I used with the previous. It's just an
The greatest story ever
infinite
told.
loop. It keeps going.
Could be the most majestic production the screen will ever have.
The viewer thinks that
One of the greatest motion
something
pictures yet made.
amazing is going to happen,
Victorially magnificent.
and they already start to think images in their head about what that timeless picture could be,
Stunningly rendered for the screen.
about what that greatest story ever told could
A
be, but
monumental film.
there's nothing happening. So
It may run for
what it
40
does
years.
and what it does with all my work, it's just
The
it
greatest
refers to
story
itself,
ever told.
and that's all. It's
Could be the most majestic production the screen will ever have.
also just 36 seconds and then a loop. The last piece I did has got the same, also the same technique. I got interested in animated GIFs. Also now on Gallery, there's an open call to send in your GIF, and then you can participate in an online exhibition. But what I did here is I used everything that an animated GIF has to create an artwork. So what it is, it's real short, and that makes it very, very. What it is the content is getting lost because it keeps coming back. So what a movie is, I'll show you. That's this. That's that. But then it goes to this. Thank you. Wat dan maar even opstaan. Ja.